Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
We are traveling all over Uganda to find hardworking farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need
to make their farms more productive and adapt to climate change.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice and turn their farms around into a profitable business,
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experience
on the Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
This week, we are in the north of Jinja, visiting Kwagala Rebecca in Igombe Bulagala Zone.
Rebecca is 54 years old, moved from the city to become a full-time farmer after the passing of her father.
So sad.
Very sad.
But she is passionate about farming. She grows coffee, bananas, mangoes. She even has fodder for her cows. Should I tell them?
Let me. Rebecca is also the family heir. In Uganda, for a woman to inherit her father's property is common, but to become an heir, that's very rare.
With great power comes great responsibility. We want to find out how she does it, what challenges she has on her farm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda. Did you see the other house?
Yeah.
It was nicely built.
Yeah, it is.
Very nice.
For a
complex.
village.
Village? This is not a village. This is the city center.
I know, but it's so... It actually covers both. Like.
Hello, excuse me.
Yes.
Are you Madame Rebecca?
Yes, I am.
We're in the right place.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We are from Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
Okay.
I am from...
Shamba Shape Up.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Madam Rebecca, please tell us exactly who you are and how you got into farming.
I am a daughter to Mr. Kamali, the owner of these estates, late Gasham Kamali.
Oh, may rest in it.
I'm the heir to his estates.
Okay.
My becoming an heir to these estates, it was simply announced at the funeral. They asked who has a will, and two gentlemen emerged with a will, and in that will, he mentions me as his heir. And it dictated actually why I had to shift from Kampala to come and settle this way, to assume the responsibility of so many things that were left hanging.
I would like you to tell us more about what you do here and the challenges you have on your farm. Yes.
Rebecca went on to show us her farm.
This is the old plantation that we planted more than 35 years ago with late dad. And it has been yielding about 150 kilograms per season. And I decided to plant the new seedlings to make sure I get a better yield than the previous one, the old one. This is my maize on the lower part of the land. This is the best portion of my maize. Like it has 5 pieces of cobs and others 2, like you see. But the other part, the upper part, it has only 1 and this size of a cob. It is so miserable. So this is where I think I expect to harvest better. My father was called Gashom Kamali. So because she's a lady, I named her Gashoma, because she was born 2 weeks after the burial of my dad. My target is that to have this Gashom yield about 20 liters or more a day, 20 liters of milk or more a day. And all the activities I do on this farm is aimed at that.
Madam Rebecca,
yes.
Your story is very inspiring.
Really?
For you to be able to be the heir and stand your ground and do all this. But luckily, we don't come alone. We come with some experts. So I hope by the end of this, you'll have gotten some knowledge that you can put into the farm.
Wow,
and
experts.
Yes.
In which area?
They are very many.
You wait.
Really?
You come and show me. Like this one who is standing here.
Really?
This one. Rebecca said her maize is not doing well. What mainly concerns me are the crops on the upper side of her land that have not grown evenly. The quick fix would be to add fertilizer to the soil. But things are not as easy as they look. It's always important to investigate before spending any money on your farm. Mr. Ronald,
Yes, my brother.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. Hey, look at our maize.
The maize is not good. It's not doing well.
Hey.
I can see. How many kilograms can you get from 1 acre? Really?
Huh?
It's not good.
Let's ask Mama. We have invited our expert, Bulanga Ronald, to help us.
Oh.
Madam Rebecca!
Hey.
Busy bee.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have brought
How
a
is-
guest.
We are here trying.
Trying.
This is what?
Trying, Mama.
Trying.
Why is this maize? I was
see?
looking down the
You are
slope.
from the maize garden.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
It is so poor. So I have
No.
a feeling it's tired. Maybe
No, this
I think it's
one
tired.
is showing us that there is some nutrients. You have the same variety of crop up to down. Now it seems there's some nutrient which is missing. You see, when you look at down there, the maize is doing well. When
Yeah,
you
down there
come
it's
here
doing-
up, the maize is not doing well. It means that our nutrients are being washed away.
It is from the topsoil that the plant gets most of the nutrients like nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus that help them grow strong, but during heavy rains, water washes them away, leaving the less fertile soils.
So now in this scenario, to control soil erosion, we have the two types of bands that we are going to do, the fanya juu and the fanya chini. So for you to understand it well, is fanya chini, remove the material, put it on the lower side. Fanya juu, remove the material, put it on the upper side.
Okay.
Fanya chini involves digging a trench 40 to 50 centimeters in height using the soil to form an earthen ridge. Fanya juu involves creating a soil embankment and a ditch running across the slope. This helps prevent surface runoff and soil erosion, as well as retaining water in the soil and protecting nutrients. Grasses are often planted on the terraces to stabilize the banks.
What kind of pastures do I put on those, the heaped soil, the
On the
fanya
soil,
juu?
on the bands. You can plant napier grass. You can plant the legumes like lab, where you can feed still to the animals.
Following the expert's advice, we called Caris to help make the trenches.
This is going to be a lot of work. I can see that these boys are going to need my super strength. Boys, let's go. Framisha.
Eh?
Chechiriwo.
Yes.
Strength is here.
Where?
Here. See?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Give us whatever is needed. Come on.
We will start with Fanya Chini. We will make the first bound at the top of the garden. Then we dig the Fanya Juu. Here each band is 10 feet long and separated by tie bands. Make sure the tie bands are 2 feet by 2 feet.
After this time band, we're going to go and dig Caris.
Framisha.
What is it?
I know you still need my help. My super strength. But you know, me and Rebecca have to go somewhere.
Agi, we're still digging.
Finish up with these people.
Bye, you go.
Dairy farming was one of Rebecca's father's prized enterprises. At its peak, they had 8 cows, but all that changed when her father became ill. Rebecca had to sell most of the cows remaining with 1 cow. She also has love for dairy farming, but she's using a different approach. Instead of many cows, she wants only 4 and has planted different varieties of fodder. Let's ask our pasture expert, Mr. Brian Oyesigire from National Agricultural Research Organization, NARO, to teach us how fodder management is very important. Rebecca.
Yes.
I know how much you love your cows.
Oh, yes.
So we decided we come in with a doctor today, Dr. Brian Oyesigire. This is Rebecca.
Nice to see you, sir.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Welcome.
Rebecca,
Yes.
tell us, what are your dreams with these cows?
I love this lady so much, and I dream to have her give me yield 20 liters of milk a day.
That's good.
For now, it is giving us 5 liters a day. It keeps increasing slowly. But my target is to have it give us 20 in a day.
Doctor, from your observation, do you see her getting this?
She can, but she needs to do some things differently.
Okay, things like
She needs to change this way of feeding. So at least she can use forage which is improved, which is highly nutritive. There are two things you must change here. You don't only bring the thing as tall as like this. At least if she had endeavored to chop, it could also have increased. And also, she was supposed to also note the age of harvesting. This became too old.
Yeah.
This is really too old. And the animal is not getting all the nutrients it requires. And no wonder that's why it is giving her only 5 liters. So if she's to walk that journey of getting the 20 liters per day,
Yes.
she needs to address the issue of feeding right. That means for every animal, this one you will need to get very good forages and the right combinations. If you know you are feeding it with Napier, how much are you combining it with other bracharia, so that at least for a day, this animal must get more than 3% of its weight.
We can break down the 3% with this example. A 300-kilogram cow should eat 9 kilograms of feed per day. 75%, that is 7 kilograms of the feed, should be fodder. Fodder is a mix of fresh and dry grass, hay, maize stover, and bean stalks. 20%, that is 2 kilograms of this, should be concentrates like dairy meal. The last 5%, that is 500 grams of feed, should be supplements. These are minerals and salts and protein supplements.
Doctor, you said that I need to have a balanced diet for my cows, mixing different grasses.
Very fine.
I have planted some. Let me show you.
Okay.
You teach me how to balance them.
Let's go and
I
see.
combine them.
Let's go and see.
Go.
There are more than, I think, 5 species of grass in this garden. You can see bracharia, there is guinea grass, there is napier, there is desmodium. It's a really serious mix.
It's not good to mix.
It's not good to mix
But you told
without
us we
clear
can mix
targets.
it. You told us we can mix it when we're
You mix while feeding, but not mixing while
While
gardening.
growing.
While growing, yes.
Okay.
Because it is good that's why you see they are competing with each other. They are competing with each other. They are all grasses. The nutrients, that's why you even see even the way they were looking. Almost no, the color is not green, it's almost coming to yellow, which is completely not good. It's a very good indicator that the nutrients in the soil are not as good as what. And that's why they are competing, because there are very many. So it's not good.
A good thing is we did a soil test a few days ago.
Oh, that's
and we have the results here. Help us tell us exactly how to go about this whole thing.
Because the results are saying there is low levels of nitrogen, and you can even see it because almost the leafy green is almost not there from all the foliages. They are almost all yellow.
So the yellowish thing indicates the lack of nitrogen.
Lack of nitrogen. And even the potassium levels are also low. Even the phosphorus levels, the good thing, phosphorus is a little bit very high, which is very good for crop, for germinating and for planting. But even the pH is low.
It's low.
It's low.
That means this soil of mine is acidic.
Acidic.
The soil test does not have good news for Rebecca, but there is a solution. She has to divide her fodder plantation to clearly define where each crop grows. To boost the soil fertility in napier grass, first remove all weed, leaving a 1 meter gap from stem to stem. Second, add manure. Compost manure is very good for napier. Dig and mix the manure with the soil. We are still in Igombe Bulagala Zone, shaping up Rebecca's farm. We saw how fanyachin and fanyaju can be a solution to soil erosion.
We also saw how to feed our cattle well and the right fodder to have on your farm.
But there is a lot more to do.
Hey, Mama Rebecca!
Yes.
You still use firewood?
Yes, I do.
Chopping firewood is a tiresome task.
It is. But it's the only source of fuel in the village here.
You don't have to worry. There must be a solution.
Aggie, you get the solution. I'm borrowing Mama Rebecca.
But I have to put food for my people before you take me.
Thank you for telling him.
Because I can't go without cooking for them.
True.
Okay. Madam Rebecca.
Yes.
What I was saying.
Just a minute.
Let me borrow it from you.
Kamalo kukuma mo
No, Rebecca. It's actually okay. I'll have this. I have it.
Okay.
Thank you, Aggie.
Take
I can handle this. Yeah. From Misha. Yes. Victoria.
When Rebecca got back to the village, coffee was one of the crops she wanted to reintroduce into her farm. She was so passionate about it, she failed to get seeds, but got some from her friend. Oh, okay. So this is the project?
Yeah, this is it. One of them.
Yes.
And I can see it's established.
Yes, very good, very good. Could all this hard work go in vain? Luckily enough, we come with an expert. He's called Andrew Magombe, a Cafe Africa coffee expert. What did you see?
I was having a wonderful tour on the farm, but having a good coffee talk with the coffee.
Talking to the coffee.
Yes, the coffee can whisper to you, and this is called the coffee whisper.
Oh.
From the coffee talk I had as I was moving around,
What did you
and
see?
the coffee whisper, I saw your coffee was telling me something
Okay.
which we need to know. So I think let's go there and try to understand. So that what you learn from here, you'll use it for their new garden that you're going to establish. Yep. So when you look at this, this young seedling, I think there are a number of things we need to do to put it right. Before that, just why did you put, I can see cassava everywhere near within the planting hole. Cassava. So why did you put this cassava?
I put that cassava to help create a shade to protect from direct sunshine when it was still establishing.
So did it provide the shade at the time of planting?
This
Because
is what I
because the
thought.
cassava is just a stick like this.
I thought it was providing shade. when it grows and brings these leaves, I thought it will cover.
Okay, after you have planted the seedling, right from the time you have planted that day, you need some shade. This cassava, first of all, doesn't provide effective shade. Secondly, when it grows, it keeps feeding. It is a heavy feeder.
Heavy feeder, what do you mean?
Okay, by being a heavy feeder, it takes up a lot of nutrients to even outcompete the coffee.
Okay.
It feeds a lot, yet this coffee now requires a lot of nutrients to help it to grow faster. So cassava will also be taking too much of it.
Okay.
So now, let's do the practical part of it to show you how it does.
Okay.
Karis, can you bring those materials, the papyrus, the hoe? After this, now we do the mulching, okay?
Okay.
So, we cover the sides with mulch. You can also cover. But what you're going to do, you want to leave half a foot here, some space,
Okay.
not to touch this. That's okay. And we use dry materials. So next after this, we do now the shading. What is the shading material?
It's there.
This one. And this one. So we said we shade where the sun sets, where the sun rises from.
Okay.
So that is east to west. Then this side. Okay. So this side you don't mulch.
Okay.
The south-north you don't mulch. Why? It is to allow free air circulation. Air must circulate through. Otherwise, if you don't allow free air circulation, it can be a conducive environment for fungal diseases to affect the seedling. So that's what we do. And our seedling is ready to move on.
Oh.
Yeah. This material will be removed when the seedling is about 6 months. It can take it up to 6 months.
Sure.
Or when the new leaves have started growing. So once you do that, your coffee now takes on very well. It is happy and will be smiling, talking to you very well.
Rebecca cooks with firewood that takes a long time to collect. While cooking, it makes a lot of smoke and it is also not good for the environment. With improved technology, we can use electronic pressure cookers and still save on electricity costs. For that reason, we have invited Victoria Comhange, an e-cooking specialist from Mix, to show Rebecca how to cook fast, cheap, and in a clean and a healthy environment. Hey, Rebecca.
Yes, yes.
You're back.
I'm back.
Okay.
But it's tiring.
I know.
This work. Welcome. So what is here now?
What's happening here is...
What's this?
I'm going to explain. But remember how you mentioned about your challenge of firewood and the smoke and everything? And I was like, I'm going to get a solution. Please have a seat.
Because I'm a bit tired, eh?
Yes, I can imagine. And this is Victoria. Victoria, this is Rebecca. Victoria has a solution.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is an electric pressure cooker. It uses electricity. It is very efficient, energy saving. It is fast. It has a pressure cooking feature that makes it cook food faster. And it is very safe, and it is cheaper to cook with compared to other sources of fuel like charcoal.
I had pressure cookers in my life before. But one of my maids was using it and the pressure was too much and she didn't tie it well. It hit the lid and the lid blew. And I eliminated it from them from that time. They no longer use the pressure cookers.
It is very safe. It will not explode. It has a thermostat that keeps regulating the temperature. When it becomes too hot, it switches off the machine. And then when it has cooled enough, it switches on to bring back the temperature as it was. In addition to that, this pin here, okay, when the pressure has set it is high, it seals off so nothing can escape. The pressure is all contained inside. When the pressure is still high inside and you are cooking and it's covered like this, it will not open, okay? It will not open. When you try to twist and open it, it will not open.
It is now time to make some matoke with the pressure cooker. Wait, I'm excited.
I want to tie that matoke the way I tie it when I'm cooking.
So that we know for sure.
With the firewood.
It's okay.
Then I see what happens.
Let's do that.
So that it can really get ready.
Okay. We went ahead and wrapped and put the matoke in the pressure cooker. We set the timer for the cooker. Voila, our matoke is ready. Time to release the pressure from the cooker.
Remember, if the pressure is still very high, this lid will not open. Yeah.
Okay,
So you can open anti-clockwise. Now it will allow. Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Wow. Whoa. Smells ready.
So
you put here?
Yeah, we're going to do the pressing.
From here.
Okay.
We cooked some matoke with the firewood earlier. Let's have a blind test and see what she has to say. Our food is ready and Mama Rebecca is going to test and tell us the difference. That's if there's any. Mama?
This is the one for the wonder cooker, this one?
Yes. Take your time.
This is the one for the smoky fireplace.
Yes.
I don't see any difference.
Huh?
Okay.
It's real.
It is easy and convenient to cook matoke with the electronic pressure cooker. The EPC is the cheapest way to cook matoke. The cost of cooking matoke with the EPC is roughly half that of charcoal, while cooking matoke with LPG is 7 times more expensive than using the EPC. The EPC is also the fastest way to cook matoke. It is roughly 50% faster than the LPG and charcoal.
Aggie,
Yeah.
I smell food.
Yes, it's happening.
Guys, come.
It's time for testing. Yes, the folks are here.
Ah, it's okay.
Yes.
Come.
Real
Sorry, I
idea, no?
didn't say hello. I'm from
I'm Vicky.
Vicky.
Yes.
But I'm busy. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Eriya uli kuchingiriza kamera ida wanene. Uli muntu ameka kukalala konka. Toiramu. How is it?
This is all we had for you on Shamba Shape Up.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll see you next
lovely.
time. You guys are missing.
Sure.
We'll see you next time on Shamba Shape Up.
Uganda!